roll again today.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
I'm so excited that we are
live.
here with three chicks walk into a bar once again, which is very, very exciting. We got lots of fun stuff to share with you guys today.
Yes, 100%. Oh my
and
goodness.
We've got our champ here. Sorry, just little side note before we get started. We have got our champ here who did not see Holly's photos in her first place win.
The power of mindset. The power of mindset.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that today anyhow, huh?
Absolutely. And you were talking earlier about this. It's a little unrelated, but you were talking earlier with us the last time when we were talking about planning this, that you really did have that time to get in that right mind space before you even stepped on the stage that day, and how mumuch of an impact it made. And I just thought that was amazing.
It was the reason that I won. It was the reason that I won 100%. Because I don't know, do you guys want to, should we talk about the charity fundraiser first and then go into talking about gratitude, and because it links really well? But I feel like if we talk about the charity, because I'm so excited, I don't want to wait to share about the charity.
Yes, absolutely. We have been getting ready for this for a little while, you guys, and super excited to share it today.
Well, You know what, you should explain, Jen, because, well, I'll say this. Jenny's been through the ringer, and I was like, we have to do something to help. Now, Jenny's okay because her home survived, and I'm going to get her to explain, because there may be people watching that don't know what I'm talking about. Jenny's home is okay, but 78 homes are not okay. And we have immense power between us three ladies, because we represent 3 countries, and we have 3 countries worth of people who want to make a difference to Jenny's community. I have no doubt. So our charity fundraiser next month is going to be to help Jenny's community. But Jenny, do you want to explain what happened? Because some people might not know.
Absolutely. And I think this is the best time to talk about it. I know in different areas we have different holidays and things like that, but where I am, it's Thanksgiving weekend. So the fact that we're talking about this weekend, I think, is perfect timing. I live in the North Okanagan, which is about 4 hours from the coast in Western Canada. And the month of August, my family and my entire community was evacuated for 5 weeks. And over those 5 weeks, there was a wildfire that grew, and this is just my community. This fire was so big, it definitely hit outside communities as well. I don't quite know the extent of the damage to those communities, but I know that in my community, the North Okanagan, we lost 78 homes. And this is my second wildfire. I lived in Northern Alberta when there was a wildfire 5 years ago, and I never thought that I would go through that again. I know how difficult it was for me, even though I am profoundly grateful that I still have a home standing. I can't even imagine what it's like for those who have lost their homes and lost absolutely everything. Some of whom don't even have insurance, so there's no way for them to possibly try to rebuild or get back what they had lost. Even those who have insurance are never going to experience their sentimental things anymore, and really that's what matters. I'm grateful that we had been through this once before and did pack sentimental things. But all of this to say, as I was going through this and as my community was going through this, Holly and Nora were watching from the outside, and as Holly mentioned, just really wanted to help. So I think that if we can help some of these families, especially this time of year, coming into Christmas, they've just had a hell of a summer. Some of them, again, have lost everything. If we can do something to help them out, I just think we've got audiences and we've got voices. And if you're watching, I would love to hear in the comments if this is something that you would like to support. We're going to tell you the details about how exactly we're going to go about these fundraising efforts. But what's really cool is we've put our collective tri-country brains together and come up with some fun ideas. And I don't know if you guys, I sort of explained the backstory. Maybe you guys want to explain, one of you guys want to explain the actual fundraiser. And then I'd love to share with you guys, it is a little personal. And if any of my neighbors are watching and you're not super comfortable seeing the destruction on the day that we went in. I'm just going to give you a heads up now, but I would like to show you guys sort of what we're talking about, just a little snippet of what's happened here in my community.
100%. Nora, do you want to talk about the challenge?
Sure. So we, like Jenny said, I mean, Holly and I watched from the sidelines, and it was horrible because every day we were texting Jenny to say, like, are you okay? Are you back yet? Like, what's going on? And then to finally hear, like, we were so grateful that Jenny was safe. But to hear of the destruction, it really struck us. So we kind of collaborated and we came up with this idea that on November 1st, we are going to start for 12 days. We will be asking everyone to get at least 12,000 steps in, and then pick sponsors for the amount of time that you're going to walk, have people sponsor you or donate money. In that case, we want you to tag us. We want to make sure that you're getting in those 12,000 steps. So not only will you be donating to a great cause, but you'll also be slimming down that waistline and prepping for going into the holidays yourself. But we really think this is a worthwhile cause. And the more people that we can get, the more teams we can get. I'm going to be Team Gold in America. Jenny is Team Frankincense, and Holly is Team Myrrh. And if we can get together, I know that we can have such an impact, donating and also, coming together just to have fun, just to get that movement in, just to get those steps in. It's a great time of year to get it done.
100%. So just to like iron out the logistics then, so that people understand what's expected. 12 days, like the 12 days of Christmas, but we're doing it in November 1st through 12th. We're doing it in November because we want these people to have time to be able to buy Christmas, okay? Because if we did this in December, there wouldn't be time to get the food or presents, whatever it is they want to have a nice Christmas, which we all deserve. And it's Christmas. So the 1st to the 12th of November, you're going to have to walk at least 12,000 steps and prove it. So you got to get yourself a little watch, just cheap one off Amazon. I've just ordered one that doesn't have to be. Or
your phone. Your smartphone might have a pedometer in it. I can check my steps through the health app through Apple.
Perfect. You're swinging with your phone. That's perfect. Or a little clip on. I mean, I think the watches are more accurate, but I do have this little clip on your hip. The watches are a bit more accurate if you can get them. Yeah. So 12,000 steps a day for 12 days. Get your sponsors and donations in. You can donate yourself, or your friends and family can donate. We'll be setting up one page where everyone can donate to in whatever currency, whether that's Canadian dollars, US dollars, or Great British pound, and it all is going to be converted. And our target, in keeping with 12, is 12,000 Canadian dollars, okay, which translates to 4,000 Canadian dollars per team. And actually, you know what, in pounds, that's like less than £3,000. We can do this. We can do this easily. And like Nora said, we've got our teams, Team Gold, Team Frankincense, Team Myrrh, the 3 wise men, 3 wise women. And also, we wanted to tell you as well that we will be, because this is an international event, we want you guys to be able to get the most out of it, to encourage you to enjoy it whilst making money for these people. So we're going to do a Zoom call on day 1 with all of our international communities together in one place, and we're going to get you motivated to go. We're going to share ideas all together. We're going to do that on day 1 and on the last day. It's going to be super exciting, and we're going to do a live video midway through just to shiver you along and get you going. And what the idea is that you'll take pictures wherever you are in the world. So beautiful places in America, beautiful places in the Rocky Canada, beautiful beaches here in Jersey or the UK. Take your pictures while you're getting your steps in and tag us like mad. We never get sick of it. For those 12 days, let's share the whole world. Do you know what? There's a huge power in coming together as a group like this.
Absolutely.
This thing on a global scale is a big energy. And yes, money is an energetic exchange. It means these people can have a great time, even just for over the Christmas period. But also, let me tell you, from someone like me that's done a few charity challenges now, you get so much out of it. like Nora said, your body changes, but it's not just that. Like, being part of a team gives you such a purpose, and you wake up feeling super excited, and you're looking at your thing like, how many steps have I done? Because I know I've got to meet 12,000 and make a difference for these people that I will never meet, perhaps, because, you know, we have to think these people may never want to, you know, people don't always want to accept help. They may not want to be known. That's totally fine. But the beauty of it is making such a difference. I'm super stoked for this one, Jenny. I'm super stoked.
So am I. I'm so happy. And I love that you touched on the energy, because the fact of the matter is, giving and being generous does make you feel joyful. It's such a high level vibration that you have no choice but to attract more of those high level vibration feelings to you. So you're going to feel excited. You're going to feel jacked. You're going to feel good. You know, nobody donates or takes part in fundraisers as a selfish way to make themselves feel good, but it's a pretty beautiful side effect, if you ask me. Right?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Specifically, if you don't track your steps already, this is a great motivator to track your steps and to get them in there. Because if you haven't been tracking steps, you guys would be shocked at how long 12,000 steps actually takes.
Can I touch on that for a second? You guys, I am ashamed to admit, I've been watching my steps the last couple of weeks as we've been talking about this. I'm like, oh my gosh, 12,000 is going to be really challenging for me, because I do work from home. I do live in a rural area. My dog has amazing recall, so he doesn't go on very many walks, because he just lets himself out, and he takes 20 walks to my one short walk, you know. And I'm averaging about 5,000 to 6,000 steps a day. So
maybe he should sponsor you, Jen.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is, for those of you who are, you know, a little bit worried that it's a stretch for you, that you're going to have to go outside of your comfort zone and get those steps, I am right there with you. I am the captain of team no cardio. So this is
100%
for me.
This is so true. But, and one thing I will add to that is, because I've been using this hip pedometer and I think it's really wrong. And I spoke to my coach, because I have to do 12 to 13,000 steps a day anyway now on my new plan, right? And that doesn't include my 15 minutes treadmill. So I've ordered this watch. I think it was £30, but they have them for 20. And I do think they're more accurate, because you'll be like busting a gut, like thinking, oh my God, I'm only on 6,000. You probably should be on 10, you know? Yeah. So I think
depending on where, like, all pedometers are going to have a margin of error, no matter what type of pedometer it is, right? But I like the idea of keeping my cell phone in my back pocket, you know, so that it's counting. Yeah, because I used to ride a motorcycle, and when I would ride my motorcycle, it would vibrate, and I'd get off it and I'd be like, oh wow, I just went 30 steps.
Okay.
No, I did not.
Oh, okay. I didn't think of that. Oh, I love this. This is great. This is going to challenge us on every level. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I'm really excited for this.
On a more somber note now, you know, wanting all the joy of this, with all good yin and yang, is tempered by the fact that we're doing it for a very sad reason. So guys, over to Jenny, because there's some reality to this. I mean, we're talking high level joy right now, but Jenny, or me, you, anybody, I mean, Nora went through all the flooding in New York. She could have lost her home, and this could have been Jenny sitting here like, I have to rebuild everything. So this was no joke. These fires lasted, what was it, 34 days?
34 days we were evacuated, and it's still smoldering underground. When I drive to town, I always see hot spots. It's still smoldering, and it probably will, because it's in the root systems of all the trees, and we live in a forest, and you know, we were in a drought. That's why the forest fire happened. We were in a drought. We had days that were 50 degrees every single day Celsius. That's hot for where I live. That's crazy.
Oh my God, it's so hot. It really is.
Little baby niece here, and I'm like, keep her cool. She doesn't know how to regulate her body temperature yet. Yeah.
Well, it's good that you said that, because a lot of people would be wondering, why don't we replant the trees that were devastated?
They can't yet. It's still smoldering. This was something that we did look at, actually, reforestation. I think that's a great idea, but they can't yet. So I think helping people who were immediately affected is a great route to go. Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen. And again, if any of my neighbors are watching, you know, I'm not trying to make anyone feel uncomfortable. I just want the different people who are going to get involved in helping our community to see what exactly they're helping with. So just bear with me for a second here. All right. so you guys can see this. I'm not sure what's going to happen with the sound here. I'll just turn the sound down, actually. You guys can see this okay?
Yeah.
Yes.
My big background. Sorry about all my tabs.
No, it's fine. We can't see that.
No. Thank you. So you can see incredibly beautiful backgrounds, and down here, some people, like even people in these homes, I feel for them so much. They're living in the middle of destruction. The neighboring homes. This is one of my really good friends.
Oh wow, my God, a burnt out car.
Yeah, there's lots. This house was just brand new. He worked years to build it, and
wow.
Yeah. And, you know, for people who live in my community, we're driving by this every single day. My kids pass this every single day on the school bus, and we just want to help in some way. We don't quite know how to help, but, you know, raising some funds for some people, if we can just bring a smile to some people's faces, then I think that we should. And I do believe that we have a great platform between the three of us, our audiences, our followers, our clients, our you know, the impact that we can make collectively as a group. Just as you said, Holly, collective energy is so strong. So think about it. If there are dozens or hundreds of us all in this together, it could just spread and grow and expand and become something really incredible.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm really excited to get going with it. I think we'll promote the platform for people to start actually donating probably about a week before, won't we?
That's
and then
right.
it'll be going
good.
the whole of the 12 days.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that so much. This will be a little bit of time to raise awareness towards it. And then if we can get started before the 12th, those 12 days are going to, you know, they're going to go quick, actually, just like anything exciting.
I love seeing, I'm excited to see the photos of all around the world of where people are going to get their steps in, you know, and like sometimes it might be dark because we're heading into winter, and like, you know, some people, I don't know, like they don't have to walk, do they? They can do whatever cardio, can they? What if you want to cycle?
Yeah, if you want to cycle, do whatever you want. Just get those steps. Use the pedometer, whatever that looks like to
change it to cycle.
Absolutely you can. And I think it'll be so cool to see what fall looks like from, you know, the beaches in Jersey Shore or Jersey. Did I say it right?
Jersey, just Jersey.
Just Jersey, the beaches in Jersey, and the fall in New York, and the fall here in Western Canada. It's going to be really cool to see. I'm originally from Central Canada, sort of Central Eastern Canada. So the fall is a lot different here than it is at home. So even to see, I'm sure some people from my home will be participating Jenny, as well.
Do you know what's really weird? One of my clients here in Jersey is from the Okanagan.
No.
She's Canadian.
Wow, really?
She's going to be doing this challenge. Yeah, she's probably watching.
Cool. Oh, that's amazing. Yeah. What a small world, hey?
I know. She knew, and like when we were talking about it, she was like, I know that's, you know, that's my area. I'm sure she said that. So
wow, I love that. That's really, so cool.
So she'll be really touched by all the photos from your area.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So nice. Yeah, we'll share each other's posts in our Facebook groups. We've each got our own community and our personal Facebook groups on Facebook and Instagram. I like to play with both platforms and our stories and our posts. So please do tag. You guys all know how to do that, and we can write it down below as well. If you don't know our Instagram, we can each drop our Instagram handles in the comments of this video. And if you're not already friends with all three of us here on Facebook, because this is going to go to all three of our different communities, then definitely feel free to add us. We love that. I know that I've got a lot of Holly and Nora's clients on my pages, and I know my clients are always talking about you two ladies.
Yeah.
I love it. I just
it's
love
nice.
it so much. We have our own tribes, and then we have this big collective tribe as well.
And incidentally, like if you guys have a lot of friends, I know I have a lot of clients who get up in the morning. My clients are required to do a lot of steps a day. So this challenge will come very easy to you guys. But when you wake up in the morning, when they wake up in the morning, they usually have these rituals. Well, they'll call somebody in California or they'll call one of their friends in Europe, and they'll walk and talk at the same time. So guys, this is a great opportunity for you to get your friends involved, to get like reconnected with people and
I
get
love
on the
that.
horn, I guess, while you're talking and make this something that you share with people. That's like a great way to do it.
I love that, Laura.
Yeah.
My favorite thing is meeting people instead of just meeting them for coffee, walking together. Because you know, I actually see, for me, like when I'm studying, like for qualifications or whatever, I would always do it on my treadmill because I can learn better when I'm moving. That's just the kind of person I am. So when I'm talking with people and we're walking together, my creative ideas like flow so much better instead of just sitting still. So I love the social aspect that you're suggesting, a phone call or an actual friend with you.
Right.
Yeah, and
It's
this
so
time
important.
of year, again with Thanksgiving and Christmas coming up, like what a great time of year to be reconnecting with people, you know, reconnecting with people you love and maybe you lost track for distance or time or whatever it is, COVID. It would be wonderful to, you know, reestablish some of those positive, strong connections.
And for the people who have a really hard time getting your steps in, I mean, this is a great way for you to see that it's kind of easy. Like, do we want you to, you know, after this challenge, using the 12 days to get 12,000 steps should prove to you, at least going forward, that you could probably do it 3 days a week if you're having a hard time doing it at all right now. So that's our other goal, is to get movement, because we all believe, I think all three of us believe, that movement is totally different from exercise, right? So I always tell my clients, like, you're working out with me, that's great. Your hour of exercise is one thing, but that movement portion is a huge pillar as well.
Absolutely.
It's really interesting, isn't it? It made me realize how sort of what's the word, sedentary my job is as an online coach, because I can get completely focused on my computer work, and I really need to set myself alarms to move, because I train very hard for about an hour and a half, because my training schedule is really tough now, and I just do 15 minutes cardio, but that's not included in my 12,000 steps, and I'm struggling to get to these 12,000 steps, and it's dark outside, getting dark, and I'm like, oh my goodness, I really need to get some steps. I live in a small space, so I can really understand how, you know, you've got to make the effort to get up every hour and have a mooch about and keep active, because that's what's going to keep you in great shape, isn't it? You're right.
Yeah, absolutely.
Totally right.
Absolutely.
Well,
and you know,
it's so important.
Yeah, and the fall is coming, so obviously there's a chance that there could be some rainy days in here, but getting them anyways is going to allow you to get creative. You know, like call up a girlfriend and go for a walk around the mall. Or my daughter's 12 now, so she loves to do that with me.
That's a no-brainer, Jenny. Yeah.
All of a sudden, she was a tomboy up until a second ago. But all we're saying is that we understand the challenge that does come with it. But you know what, it's a worthwhile challenge, and it's going to have multiple benefits.
And if we are expecting people to donate the kind of money that we want to raise, it has to be a challenge. And I always say that when I do challenges with my clients, it has to be something worth people donating for. So it's really important that you do really hit your 12,000 steps, because that's the commitment part. That's the I promise to do this.
Well, myself, I've already thought about how I will do this, you know, donating, and I might add to it. I hope that I will add to it, but I am going to start with pledging $12 for 12 days for 12,000 steps. So I myself, it'll be about $150 ish. I don't have a calculator in front of me right now, but that's what I'll be starting my donations with. And then I'm going to see if some of the people in my life who do not want to participate in the walking will sponsor me and also donate to my, you know, so that's the way that I want to go about it. Of course, anyone can choose to walk or be sponsored or both, whatever you would like, whatever that looks like for you, but that might get some creative juices flowing.
100%. And you'll be in a team with us, depending on where you live. So we might even source some merchandise to send your way, some Team Myrrh, some Team Gold, some Team Frankincense. We'll see. But if we do, we'll see. But that could be really fun. So just reach out to your captain in your country and let us know, whoever, you know, that you want to be involved, and just so that we know, and that's good. And then we can invite you to the Zoom call, and everybody gets involved, so that'd be really cool.
Yeah,
But,
so be sure that you're on our Facebook, because that's where we're going to be mostly dropping links for the donation pages, and dropping links for the Zoom meetings and things like that.
That's so true.
Right.
But all of this fits really good with really what it's all about. We wanted to really hit home about today is the importance of gratitude, because, you know, I was saying to you guys, I really wanted to talk about this tonight because I believe it's the reason I won at the biggest show I've ever done, the Arnold's UK, because I made a pledge to myself to take control of my mindset, to be totally present, to be a great sports person, to enjoy every moment. And some of the learnings that I had were, one of the biggest ones, and it still keeps coming up now, is that because I'm very organized and I plan everything so that I'm not surprised. Well, I had about 6 things happen that I had to go with the flow with. And it was really cool to witness how I dealt with that. So I took on a new coach a week out, and that was my decision. And I was not expecting to train at the gym the day before my show. I flew into the UK for this competition, so I didn't take any gym kit. I don't normally train the day before, but he looked at my video and was like, yeah, you need a full upper body session, so find a gym. And I was like, oh my God, well, how am I going to do that? I don't even know where there's a gym. I don't even have my trainers with me. And it was all this kind of stuff came up. And then I was like, oh, how interesting. Well, you've got some trainers. You could just wear them. And why don't we Google where there's a gym? And guess what? There was one 30 seconds down the road, right next to all the big food stores. There was the gym, and it was a 24-hour one that you could just buy a day pass online, get a code and go in. It was, and you know what, I had the time of my life there, because now I've just joined a commercial gym here in Jersey, but I've been training privately on my own for over a year. And the fun of going to a big public gym again was wicked. And I actually filmed everything and made like a little music video. It was so cool. So in changing my stagnant belief system, I had all this joy and fun came in. I loosened up, I guess. And even though it was scary, because that was fearful for me to let go of that control. Of course, none of us have any control anyway, but we imagine, some of us imagine that we do, like I imagine I do a lot, and I didn't have control. And there was a few other things, like I booked a taxi to go tan, and you have a specific time slot for tanning, and you can imagine the Arnold's is, I mean, this competition is so big.
Takes up, right.
Sylvester Stallone was there. Arnold was supposed to be flying in for it. This was a major celebrity event, the first time ever in the UK. So if you don't meet your slot, you've lost it. And my taxi didn't come. And I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I'm waiting in the car park, like, what am I going to do? And then I was like, well, they're not here, so just ring an Uber. I'm like, okay. So I booked an Uber, and it was there in 30 seconds, and it was all okay.
Wow, you're so lucky.
But you know, then later, a few days later, at the Saturday night, I paid for my ticket to watch the pros perform, and I needed to leave halfway because I was really tired. Everybody else went back to the auditorium. It was super late, and I was waiting outside this massive arena, and I'm like, my phone battery is low. I already have roaming charges because I'm in another country trying to book, you know. I don't even know who are the local taxis in this area. I'm trying to get an Uber, but no one wants to come out this far. And I'm like frightened because I'm on my own. And I go out to this bus driver and I'm like, can you take me home? And he's like, I don't even leave the arena. Our job is just to drive around this big arena. We never go out. And I was like, how am I going to get home? Like, I was like, it felt like the world was ending. I was so afraid. And he was like, well, there's a whole load of taxis. And I look, and there's like 6 taxis all queued up behind the bus. And I'm like, this is the universe always provides. Why do we waste our time worrying that we've got this far in life and we didn't die yet? And you know
Right.
what? There was me. I just visualized this metaphor. I was inside the doorway of the arena, like crapping my pants. And just outside the door, there was 5 taxis all waiting to take me home. Just outside the door. And I'm like, this is life, right? This is how it is. We're always just 1 millimeter away from our greatest dreams,
That's
you know?
right.
And all we have to do is trust. And what I discovered during this weekend, because it was really transformative for me, it gave me a lot of self-confidence because finally I won. It wasn't a big class, but I looked really good and I'm really proud and very happy that I won. But also I was able to create time and space for myself. I did that. So my hair and makeup got done early. And it's normally on show day, it's all stress, adrenaline and rushing and horrible. It wasn't. I looked beautiful. My hair was just how I planned in my mind. I'd visualized it.
Yeah, we loved your hair.
It was
Yes, we
so
did.
cool. I loved it too. And then you know what? I had time to go back to my apartment. This is unheard of. Time to Uber back to my apartment, lie on my bed with my feet up the wall because that takes the pressure off your heart, you know, because the blood comes down your legs instead of having to go all the way down to your toes all the time. And there was a little sign. I was telling these guys my apartment was so modern. The whole building block was so new that the Uber drivers didn't even know it existed. It was so new. And there was a beautiful little sign in the bedroom which was like, you can achieve anything you can dream, I think it said. And I put my legs up the wall right next to that sign and I listened to Mel Robbins, who I love. And she was talking about the power of visualization. And I just remember in that moment thinking, maybe I could win. Up until that point, I'd told all my clients, please don't pressure me. Please don't expect a win and all of this. It's very horrible when I lose and I feel crap. You know, I'm just happy to be there and all this. But I was lying on the bed and I was like, why not? I look good. Maybe I could win. So I started to think, well, if I did win, what pose would I do? Like, what would I say? How would I conduct myself on stage to make it more real? And I thought to myself, well, I would definitely hold up the hand of the person that came second or third or whatever, because that's good sports behavior.
Yes.
And probably I would do double bicep pose because the medal would cover my abs, which is my favorite shot, but you wouldn't see it. And I was thinking all this stuff and it lifted me. I have heard so many people like Kobe Bryant, the sports athlete, say that you can almost win an event in your head before you even go to it. Yep. And I experienced that for the first time. And this is my 6th competition, guys. So I very calmly finished the visualization. I'm like, okay, well, I'm going to head back because it's my top coat tan time and everything's very relaxed. And I go back and I made friends with everybody deliberately. And and that encouraged them to be open back. And we all shared information about, hey, you look brilliant. What do you do? Well, actually, I train this way. Oh, that's great. You know, we were great. And then I won. And I'm like, all of this was not, it didn't happen by accident. Like it was exactly the way it was meant to be. And I will add before I let you guys talk, because I've burbled on. But after my competition, I stayed on for a couple of days for the expo, and everything that I had planned in my bedroom during prep, like there was a restaurant I wanted to go have steak at and wine on my own, because I was on my own. I went and did it. And I was like, guys, I can't tell you, this is kind of like when you transform your body and you finally see your body the way you want it to be. I was sitting there having steak with the glass of wine and I'm like, wow, like literally a few weeks ago, I was looking online at this and imagining how it would taste. And now I'm sitting here doing it. And guys, they didn't even have a table for me. I told them I didn't book because I flew in, and I was like, guys, I hope you can find somewhere for me because I looked you up online and I've been dreaming about coming to this steakhouse. And he was like, we'll find somewhere for you. So it was like an amazing experience to, you know, to keep a promise to yourself and experience it. I think that helps you level up, right? Do you agree? I'll let you speak.
Absolutely. No, absolutely. I love how you really honed in on not just visualizing. Yes, visualizing is powerful. And I wish every single one of my clients visualized every single day. It would make their lives astronomically better. But not just visualizing, like imagining the vision in your head, but feeling it, like what you touched on, like what would you do when you won? Like, yeah, you would like hold the other girl's arms up and you would make sure you did that pose where the medal would feel here. And I could feel your energy while you were saying that. I could feel your energy lift up and I felt excited for you. And that is where the power of visualization can actually help you manifest, because you are putting those vibes out there to the world and they are going to come right back at you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I can attest that it is true.
It's the truth. And like this week in particular, I had a pretty rough week. But the quote that kept getting me through was the Michael Jordan quote that says, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. When you think about life like that, like I might fail sometimes, but for sure, if I don't take the shot, I'm definitely failing. Like there's no question. And when you start to take those shots that you're really scared about, I mean, my clients still to this day are like, why do you make us do box jumps? Why do you make us do jump ins? Why do you make us like, I will always find out what you're the most afraid of and make you do it before you leave the 12 weeks with me, because it's an important lesson for people to see that nothing is impossible if you believe it. If you just take the shot, and if you're consistent. If you're not taking the shot at all, you have no chance at the consistency, and you have no chance, like practice makes perfect. So, you don't even have a shot at like developing those skills.
I love that so much. I think that, it's kind of a cheesy saying, but I always say to my clients, we either win or we learn. And that's exactly right. Like, if we don't take the chance, we're definitely not going to win, that's for sure. But if you do take the chance and you do fail, you're going to learn from that. You're also going to show the universe that you're not afraid. We always talk in our groups about the ego, and the ego and the soul are always at battle. The soul knows what it wants. The soul knows that you are here to become your highest self, but the ego always tries to keep us in that comfort zone. If we're not trying, then the ego is going to think it's in charge. It's like training a puppy. You gotta consistency. You have to keep on trying, and eventually that puppy will get it.
I think,
little puppy.
Like consistency in life is hard, but guys, the easiest way to build consistency and to build courage is in a gym, because you start out with maybe 3-pound dumbbells and you advance to 5-pound dumbbells, and then you advance to 10-pound dumbbells. And sometimes you fall on your ass and sometimes you can't get those dumbbells up, but it's the easiest thing. If you start out with the first hour of your day trying to do that, and you see the progress of, oh shoot, last week I could only do 3 pounds and I could only do 10 reps, but this week I did 5 pounds for 20 reps, whatever the case is. That's the easiest way to build self-confidence, to build courage. That's why all three of us, no matter what, like people think, oh, we wake up and this is just how we look, or we have some special gift. No, we just have the belief that consistency will yield us great results. We know that progress is happiness. So the more we've progressed, the happier we are. And that's how we live. But I think the easiest way to, consistency in life is a little bit difficult to see, especially when life throws you divorce or loss or something else. But when you work it out in a gym and you practice feeling gratified when you succeed at a lift, and learning something when you don't succeed at a lift, that's like elementary. That's like the easiest thing. All you have to do then is transfer it to life, and it makes it so much more simple. You've already become like a seasoned athlete before you even know it.
I really agree. And I also wanted to add that I guess I'm talking from a place of, I've got a lot of happiness going on at the moment, but I don't think that that's by accident. I think it's compounding itself. The more grateful you are, the more stuff comes your way to be grateful. And I'm not even saying that just as something to say, because lately, the more good that, for example, I've joined this new gym. It was very expensive for me to do, but I wanted to, and I am so grateful It's beautiful. The equipment is beautiful. I'm so excited to see faces and to be in what I consider a fantastic gym. And I started there yesterday, and just the excitement. I've got a new training program and using new equipment. I'm so grateful. I'm walking around grateful. I'm saying to people in the gym, wow, that machine's cool, isn't it? And stuff. And getting that back, right? And then, you know, I invested in a new clothing range for my clients recently, and that'll be coming down in a couple of weeks. I've got a new logo, and I'm just going to bed like, oh, thank you. Because, you know, by the way, I really prayed the night before my show. I didn't really believe I could win because I hadn't done the visualization yet, but I was like, please, if it's possible for me to even place or win, please let that happen, because I really needed to believe in myself, because I pour everything into my athletic career, you know, and I just want to know that I'm doing the right thing. And it's like every night now I'm going to bed like really grateful for all these great things in my life, all these new clients that are coming in, and all these new plans like our charity. I'm really excited about this. I'm going to bed at night like, I love to see photos of people walk, like that excites me. Whenever I do challenges, you know, I'm like, all the photos are coming in of everybody doing stuff. I'm going to bed so grateful and genuinely grateful. It's not forced, but it might have been in the beginning, but now it's genuine, and I'm getting more to be grateful for every day, even though I'm the most tired I've ever been. I haven't slept in ages.
Right.
I'm working harder than I've ever worked, guys. And like, September was my busiest month in my business by far, and I thought it would be my quietest because I was competing. But I've built my business over a year and a half. I've done 2 competitions during that time, and it's successful. Every night I'm lying there thinking, I'm really grateful. And maybe what I'm trying to say is, maybe in the beginning that was forced, but now it's a real feeling. And I'm getting more things to be grateful for back. And so it's really like magic. Isn't it?
That's no coincidence, because I feel the exact same way. When I first started practicing gratitude before bed, and you guys, it's been 10 years for me. 10 years. I just had my 10-year anniversary with my psychic, who taught me all about gratitude. And she told me 10 years ago, think 10 grateful thoughts before you go to bed every single night, and it'll be easy. You will find more things to be grateful for. And I wasn't meaning any offense when I air quoted psychic. I just think that we're all intuitive. Just some of us can tap into it, and some of us are, aren't there yet. But initially it was so forced. And when you think about it logically, of course it was forced, because I wasn't being grateful before then. I was always blaming and complaining and criticizing and focusing all my energy on the things that I didn't like, and the things that I didn't want, and the things that were causing me annoyance in life. And at first I had to really, really struggle to find those 10 things. So I didn't do it every night. Over time, it eventually got to the point where I could think of 10 things, but I still wasn't doing it every night. And then I could think of 10 things every night. And now it's like, I spend so much time being grateful. When I wake up, where I'm spending most of my energy on gratitude, I think of dozens of things I'm grateful for before I go to bed. But then throughout the day, I like to verbalize gratitude out loud as much as I possibly can. So it influences my children. And now I find them saying things that they're grateful for out loud too. And exactly what you said, Hall. The more you show your gratitude for the things that you are grateful for, the more you will have to be grateful for.
Yep.
And I think gratitude comes from joy. If you can spend most of your time doing things that make you happy, you are going to be grateful, and then you're going to get more of that. And so lately, for as long as I can remember, really, I've been just really doing things that make me happy most of the time. I rarely do anything that doesn't make me happy, to be fair. And it makes me really grateful, like just little things, like I've needed a new laptop for so long. You guys know, because I'm always like, I can't host the show because my laptop's not fast enough. Well, I I needed a new washing machine when I got back from a competition, and I bit the bullet, went up to our local powerhouse. Other shops are around and I bought a new washing machine. And while I was there, I was like, I'm going to get a laptop. And you guys, I'll just quickly tell you, I was trying to choose one and they were all so boring. And I was like, is there no pink ones? And he was like, no. And I was like, oh, all right. And he said, well, there is this mauve one. And I turned around and it was called Honor. That's my best friend over here.
Oh, really?
And I was like,
that's so cool.
And I was like, I don't even know that make. And he was like, oh, it's very new, but it is good. And he said, but because it's new, it's really high spec. It would be double that price if it was like an HP or Apple. And I was like, oh my goodness, I have to buy this laptop. So I'm like so grateful that I got something that I needed and that I had the ability to earn the money to buy the thing that I needed. And like that just compounds and pounds, and you're walking home with something physical that you've wanted for so long, that I paid for with my own money from my bank, which I created with a business that I created in my head.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm walking home with this physical thing and I'm like, wow, this is like magic. This is like magic. And it's not,
it is, and we all have the power.
Yeah, and it's not to say that you won't have bad days, but for me, that usually means that I need some sleep, because I realize that I'm overtired. That's all it is. I just need to recharge. But if you can, just try and focus on what brings you joy. The two definitely, this is what I'm thinking, is the two seem to really go together: joy and gratitude, happiness and gratitude.
You feel joy when you're practicing gratitude, and you're thinking about the things that bring you joy. You feel that in your body. You get the butterflies in your stomach and your heart feels excited, and you probably will even physically smile. I know when I'm driving and I'm doing gratitude out loud, I'm like, I am so happy and grateful that I get to see this beautiful view every single time I go to town. And I feel excited about it. I'm like, wow.
Yeah. And I'm like super excited that I get to eat Cocoa Pops now. That's on my diet. Yay! I'm like,
welcome to the dark side.
I know. Oh my God, I never thought it. Right? I've had to let go of so many limiting beliefs lately.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. So
that's awesome.
It is.
That's
awesome.
Really awesome.
It is awesome. But I when I describe this, I don't mean to sound like there are no sad days and there are no bad days. But I do think that you can handle them better and see them differently when you're vibing at this level. And don't think I don't have things like, I get little comments on my Facebook ads about my body being very muscly and stuff like that. But because I'm up here, it doesn't bother me. And because I love myself so much, it doesn't bother me. So
we have to always have balance. There always has to be good days, bad days. There has to be good and evil in order to stay balanced. So of course there's going to be struggle, but when you focus on that, again, with the blaming, complaining, criticizing, all those low level vibes, you're just going to get more of that.
Yeah,
I think it's really important, guys, like what Holly said, if you're low level, if you're not feeling grateful, if you're like watching this thinking, of course they're grateful, like they have crazy businesses and they have, they work out and it's not a big deal to them and they're really strong or whatever. It's really important to just get out there and like get in motion, like get moving, because like Holly said before, when you're in motion, your creative juices are kind of flowing. And if you don't know what makes you happy, it'll come to you much easier. So if you're starting from the bottom, like make sure that you get out there, make sure that you get out into the world to see what you're grateful for. I had a client this week that, so many times we believe that we're stuck in our lives. You're not a tree. You're not planted in the same, the same spot. You can move. And she said to me, she said, well, you don't understand. Like you don't have a job like I have. You don't have to work 10 to 12 hours a day. I don't, but if I did, then every time the phone rang or something, I would make a rule for myself where I knew I had to get up and move around. So I would take my calls on the go, or I would, because that motion, I know I sound like a crazy person, but motion changes your emotion. So if you can't get grateful, it's really important to get into motion first.
Yeah.
And trust that the universe will always show you the way. We've all felt stuck at some point or another, but when you trust when you trust that you will become your highest self. Your highest self doesn't feel stuck. You know that. You don't have to believe in the woo. You know that you are not put on this earth to feel stuck.
You know what I think that the highest self is? This has just come to me now. It's you as a kid again. Because when you're a kid, you trust, you have faith, you know you don't even question that you're gonna get food, shelter, everything's fine. You're always happy. You don't get caught up on stuff. I've had kids. I remember a little boy, my ex's little boy. I remember asking him a question that he wasn't comfortable with. It was something to do with school that day, and I was chatting to him and I asked him about it, and he did a backwards roly-poly to get away and not have to talk about it, and off he shuttled. And I was like, that's brilliant, perfect. You know, he's like, no, not interested in that.
I agree. When we're born, we are pure, we are authentic, we're not trying to be someone we're not. You know, some of us have great childhoods and some of us don't, but like before our highest self, I agree, our highest self is us before society or other people or different belief systems were instilled in us. That's our highest self.
And you can get back there, and gratitude is a way, right?
We all can.
And movement is a way.
Yep.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I was in the shower this morning. Just a little side note. You'll love this. You'll love this, Nora. I was in the shower this morning and I'm wiggling my toes. I am so happy and grateful for my toes. I'm going to get a pedicure one of these days here soon. I am so happy and grateful for my feet to carry me around every day. I'm so happy and grateful for my feet. I'm so happy and grateful for my calves. I still have cut lines and I haven't worked my legs in a while. It's so wonderful. I'm so happy and grateful. I just went from toes to head, and not only my outside body parts, but also my organs. That's something that I try to do often. It's a little more specific versus just saying, I'm so happy and grateful for my strong, healthy body. I'm so happy and grateful for my fit body, my flexible body, things like that. But getting really specific with each, body part and organ, because it all works together as one. If you're struggling to find gratitude, start there. Start there. Look around you. There is always something to be grateful for.
And also at my show, they had disability fitness. And if you need to be inspired for gratitude, look at these men and women that are building their bodies from a sitting position, because perhaps they are veterans of war and their legs were blown off, and maybe they're paralyzed right from like even above their hips, and their digestion is totally altered, and yet they're in better shape than most of my friends. And if you're looking for inspiration or to be pulled out of your own dark place, I mean, my yoga teacher said it best: serve, look to others. What can you do to help? Be involved in Step Into Christmas.
That's right.
Yeah.
Bring joy to families who have lost everything. That's a great way to get into those vibes and be grateful and serve.
Yeah.
I've really enjoyed this conversation. I feel like
me too.
We've all got something out of this, and
I'm so grateful for you guys.
I'm so grateful for you guys.
I'm so grateful for Nicole. Nicole, if you're watching.
Yes.
So grateful that you brought us together.
Thank you for bringing us all together. Exactly. I'm grateful to Nicole often.
Yeah, me too as well. And that's our business coach. She brought us. She's the reason that we know each other. But do you guys have anything that you wanted to add before we close out?
Just that I'm so grateful for everyone who's watching right now. You guys have no idea how grateful I am. I'm grateful for your comments, your likes, your shares, just watching, for your energy, for being a part of this tribe.
Yeah.
I think I would like to say thank you to everyone who supported me and took the time to comment for my competition. I was really so focused and busy that I am sure that I missed a million messages, but I did read them. I just may not have responded, and it meant a lot to me in the days afterwards. And just that you took the time to even care or watch, thank you very much for that support. I'm very grateful.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know I saw a lot of my clients on your page, Holly, like all over it, like, oh my God, like everybody was watching. I think the morning that you won, actually, it was one of my clients that came to me. It was like 7 o'clock in the morning. It was Randy, and she came in and she's like, I think Holly won. I think Holly won. I saw a lot, and I was like, I didn't see it yet. So we were on, and I had to go on to Jason's page to find out. But like, I'm so grateful for like that community, because
other
I
people.
know Jason is going to post, or Gemma's going to post. Like, I know it'll be on their page. I went to their page and I found it. But we were celebrating you in the morning. It was so awesome. It's just so awesome that we've created this like transcontinental, community that like is just so, it's so super inspiring to me.
It is. Yeah. And it goes out way further than us. And, the power of movement, but the power of movement combined, I mean, we're talking going back to tribal times now. This is where like real magic comes from. This is why tribes move in certain ways. This is why like you've got the Haka and Maori warriors in New Zealand and things like that. I mean, us all walking 12,000 steps a day, all of our people across 3 continents, don't think that's not making huge energetic shifts in the world, because it really is. And I don't know if anybody watched the OA on Netflix. It was like a really great series, the OA, and they did a series of movements to be able to like access another level. And it's no joke. It's serious stuff. So I'm very excited for the changes we can make in the world, not just to these people, but to all areas.
Yeah, I love that. What a wonderful note to leave on.
Yeah.
So I guess, guys, we will after we've finished this live, we'll share it to Instagram and YouTube, but we will drop our Instagram information and everything in the comments so everyone can see. And in time to come, keep watching, because what we'll do is release the platform for you to donate, and we will physically remind you of the dates and the steps you need to do, and when we're doing our Zoom calls for you, and anything else you need to know will be on our pages. All of us will share from our pages, all the same, unanimously. So just so you know.
Beautiful. All right, thank you so much everyone for watching.
Guys, thanks for watching.
Feel free to share this too. Let your personal tribes and audiences know about this event as well. And as we get closer, share those posts too, so we can make an impact. Thanks, Paul. Thanks, Nora.
Thanks, guys.
Bye.